Here is our 2025 annual household budget for our family of 7. Hey there, I'm Brittany Flammer, a certified financial coach and the creator of Financial Fitness. Call me crazy, but I like to do a budget for the entire year. It helps to give me a snapshot of what our entire year will look like. It helps me plan for irregular expenses. It is really helpful if you have inconsistent income. Helps me know how much we can pay for fun things like vacations. And it just gives me peace of mind. Now, I am a spreadsheet person, so I'm gonna pull up my spreadsheet. You can grab this template. It's part of my ultimate budgeting bundle if you want, or just create your own. Essentially, I've just taken my regular monthly budget template, but I've expanded it through for the entire year. So we're gonna go ahead and start with income. My husband is salary and he does make the same every month. Now, even though he's salary and it's generally the same every month, there is a little bit of fluctuation. Occasionally he has to do an extra thing here and gets a little bit extra. I'm not gonna worry about that. I don't wanna go back and spend forever looking at last year's records. I could, but because he's salary, I'm just gonna take this and drag it across for the entire year. Now, this is our take-home pay, what actually gets deposited into our account, because that's the money we have control over. So we've had taxes taken out, we have had health insurance taken out. This has not had any retirement taken out. And he does get a raise. They do 2.5%. He's a teacher, so it's on the school year, so it starts in September. So I'm gonna increase this. I don't know exactly what it'll be. Something an extra 100 or so a month. So I'm just rounding best guess. So you can see, whoops, and then I'll drag that through the rest of the year. So you can see our take-home pay is gonna be around $72,000 for the year. Now, my business, we try to budget and live off of my husband's income. Then anything I make, we put towards something fun, either travel, a vacation, or we're still working on our darn garage addition. So we're putting it towards that. So in a normal month, I don't plan to make anything, but I wanna see how much we're gonna have to work on projects. So I am gonna take my income, and it is on average $1,500 a month. And I'm gonna drag that across. So this tells me we're gonna have roughly $18,000 to work with. If you have inconsistent income, this is just an average of what I typically make. If you have enough data, you could go back and look at last year and replicate what you did last year, because most income is cyclical, or you can just do your best guess. For me, this is the average. Some months it's more, some months it's less, but pretty typical. So I'm just gonna go with that. Then a side income, my husband's a teacher, so he has 2 months off in the summer. He takes students on a trip. He also is really, really busy working on our house stuff. So we're doing an addition, doing it all ourselves. So I'm not anticipating him doing anything to make any extra money. When our addition is finished, we have talked, there's a little studio or 1-bedroom apartment. We've talked about renting it out, like short-term rental, Airbnb type thing. We might do that, so there could be some income this fall, but I'm not sure if we're going to do that. I don't want to plan on it. And then if we do that, anything we make, we'll just put towards our mortgage, paying it off sooner. So I'm not going to worry about including that. So we've got the income. Now it's time to move on to the expenses. The first few are fixed expenses that are really easy. I'm tithing around $1,000. We pay 10%, but we pay on our gross income, not our take-home pay, our net income. So I'm just gonna take that 1,000, drag it across. Our mortgage is fixed. Now, that being said, property taxes the last 2 years have increased significantly, so our mortgage payment has been adjusted, but the value of our home's gone down this last few months, so I haven't been notified of any changes, so I'm just assuming it's gonna stay the same. Electricity, $60. I am gonna drag that through, but we have solar panels. They got cut off for 2 months last summer, so we didn't bank any solar for 2 months. We didn't realize it. I wasn't paying attention. So that's why our bill is so high. So I know it's going to go down. It used to be like $10 to $30. So I don't know for sure. I'm guessing by May we will have caught up and the payments will go down. So I'm gonna best guess. Natural gas, we have an average payment plan. So once a year, they go through and adjust it. So we pay the same every month until they adjust it, then we'll pay the same every month after that. I don't remember when they're gonna adjust it. So I'm gonna go, it hasn't been that long. So I'm guessing it won't be till summer or fall. So I'll make that adjustment. Water and sewer, same thing. This is our city bill. So in the summer, we water a lot because we live in the desert. So to water our lawn is expensive, but they just gave the option for average paying. So it's the same thing. We've got the same payment every month, and then once throughout the year, they will go through and adjust it. We barely got signed up for this, so I'm guessing it won't be till like next November or December. So I'm just gonna leave it at that for the entire year. Life insurance, this is my term life insurance, and it is fixed. Car insurance, this is pretty consistent, but our oldest will be turning 16 this summer. I don't know how much that's gonna increase it. I'm guessing it won't double it, but it'll significantly increase it. Phone bill, $30. This is the same every month. We have one daughter that has a phone. Our second will at some point get a phone this year. She'll start high school next year, so at some point we'll get her a phone. But for them, we do a prepaid plan. So we will pay up front. We've already got a phone, but we will pay for the plan up front. But so I could include that here. I know it'll be around $200 for the year, but I'm gonna show you later on in my sinking funds where we take care of that. So we don't have a huge bill one month for our phone. Our internet is $55 a month. Fiber is coming sometime, so I'm really hoping to switch to that. So that will increase it, but I have no idea when it will be ready. For now, we're at $55 a month. Our gas, I'm just gonna keep it the same. So in the summer, I probably drive a little bit more, pay a little bit more in gas, but we're also taking trips in the summer, and so that gas money I would pull out of our vacation funds. So I'm just gonna keep it at $225 a month. Actually, no, that's not true. I should increase it over the summers, especially now that we'll have a teenager driving. So I'm gonna increase it to $250 a month. Piano, $80 a month. This is on average 5-week months, we pay $100, 4 weeks, $80. I am just gonna drag it for $80 because I don't wanna sit down and look and figure out which month has 5 Tuesdays versus 4. And her teacher, we've switched teachers. I don't think she's going to be doing it over the summer. So I'll decrease that. Guitar, $40 a month. Now that is the most we would pay. It might be less than that some months. She does do it over the summer, but if she's gone or we're out of town, she won't charge for a lesson. So it could be less than that some months. I'm just gonna keep it at 40 for easy math. Groceries, I'm going to drag this across. In the summer, we go through more food. So I'm gonna increase it for the summer months while the kids are at home. They just eat more when they're not busy all the time. Eating out, just dragging it the same for every month. Entertainment, kids money. They get paid if they do all their jobs. Some jobs they just have to do, but some jobs they get everything done on a list. They get paid for some of those jobs, and then if they get that done and want to do extra jobs to earn money, we usually have that. Sometimes they'll babysit for us. We don't pay very much when they babysit, but we'll pay them something some of the times depending on what they're babysitting for. Miscellaneous, always good to have something miscellaneous. So if I look at this, we are looking at just over $4,000 each month. It varies a little bit in our expenses. Debt, the only debt we have is our mortgage, and we've already planned for that payment. So we're gonna skip down to our savings or our sinking funds. Our emergency fund is fully funded. I have no intentions of pulling money out of it. Hopefully there are no emergencies. So we're gonna keep that at zero. My husband's fund money, he gets fund money and money to work on his bike. So we're just gonna drag that across. I get $25 a month from my fund money. Now, for our birthdays or for some holidays, our family, like parents, will give us cash. That would go into this. I'm not gonna go through and figure out each month. I could if I really wanted to. I'm not gonna worry about it. This is more the money that I take control over, that I can know to expect for sure. Also, I have these little asterisks next to some of these. I like to do automated transfers. For me, the sinking funds, the way we handle them is we get all of our money goes into our checking account, and then we have money automatically transferred each month from our checking out into a savings account. And then when I need money, like if I buy something for me using my fund money, then I'll transfer the money back into our checking account. That's what works for me. You don't have to do that, but that's what the little asterisk is. Okay, life insurance is the same every month so that we have enough to pay for it when we have to. We pay it once a year. If you want more information on how I figure out our sinking funds and how much we need in these, I've got a video all about our sinking funds for the year, how I figure it out. Check it out, I'll have it playing up here. House maintenance, $225 for the month. Vacation, $250 for the month. House updates. So this is the money from my business. So we took about $1,500, I think is what we said. Yeah, $1,500 a month. 100 of that we will invest, and then 100 of that goes towards increased tithing because we pay on our gross income. So the remaining $1,300 we're gonna put towards our house update. So that means that we should have around $15,600 for our garage. That should be enough to finish it. So we should be done. I'm hoping by this summer. Okay, extra mortgage payments. I'm not gonna put anything in here. If we do make any extra, if we start renting out our apartment, then we would put that towards that. Clothing, $100 a month. I'm gonna drag that across. Gifts, $50 a month. Medical, I'm actually going to delete this. We used to set aside money for braces because we have 5 kids and essentially every 2 years we're adding someone to braces and they are not cheap. But we now have an HSA, so we're putting the money into our HSA rather than in an online savings account. Okay, car expenses. This is just for regular maintenance, oil changes, registration, small minor repairs. Christmas, I am not planning on budgeting anything for Christmas. We use credit cards that get cash back. We let it accumulate throughout the year, and at the end of the year, whatever we have in there is what we spend on Christmas. I'm going to leave it here though, because maybe we might decide to do something big and we might need more than that, and then I'll put money into it. Kids extracurricular, they are just really expensive sometimes. Mutual funds, we put $100 a month into mutual funds. My Roth IRA, we put $400 into that every month. My husband's, we put $400 into that every month. Okay, so this is where I like to look at it. I'm going to make the screen a little bit smaller so you can see the whole year. So I can look at it and see, okay, so 1 month we're negative, 2 months, a couple months. Over the summer we're negative. So that means I should figure out where we can cut back. But then there are other months that we have extra. So these few months, that's almost $70, almost $75. I could go in and put that towards house maintenance, or maybe add that to our vacation, or add that into the Christmas fund. But these months were negative, I should make some tweaks. So let's take a look. What could I adjust? I could decrease how much we're putting into our vacation these months and then make up for it in the following months. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll just do $225. And I'm not trying to get it exactly down to the dollar. I'm not super concerned. I just want an overall idea of how much we will have. And then maybe we can go up to $300 these months. So I just like doing this to give me a picture. This is how much. So I can look and see, okay, we've got $3,000 for vacation for the year. So I can plan our vacations. I can look to see how much money we are going to have to put towards our garage. Really helpful for me. If you want to see our sinking funds, how I figure them out, check out the video right up here. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. You can grab the template, like I said, in my ultimate budgeting bundle. I'll put a link for that as well. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.